Yung mga usual nang tatanong sa akin, pwede kong isabay yung saving and investments or pwede ko ba isabay habang nagbabayad pa ako ng utang? The answer is always yes. Yeah, pwede mo naman talagang isabay eh. Ang challenge lang doon is yung focus mo. Pagka lahat ginagawa mo ng sabay-sabay, nagiging depleted yung attention mo and hindi ka makapag all in. Kaya I usually suggest na kapag nandun ka pa sa awareness and foundation stage, give yourself 2 years. Kasi again, it takes time to build that habit. Hey! This is Kuya Jay, and welcome to the latest episode of Pera and Purpose Podcast, a show about money and meaning. My aim is for you to use money as a tool to live a meaningful life. And yes, welcome ulit sa ating bagong episode. And bago naman aking intro, pabago-bago ako ng intro recently, no? Nag-experiment kasi ako dahil yung YouTube medyo nagkakaroon siya ng traction, pero medyo challenging gumawa ng YouTube episodes right now. Kumakain na talaga ng oras yon. So I'm trying to go back dito sa old format uli. And bigyan niyo ako ng feedback, no, kung okay ba. Gusto niyo ba yung mga ganun, yung mas maiksi, mga 10 to 15 minutes na episodes. I'll do my very best. Kasi I'm trying to experiment kung ano ba yung mas preferred niyo na format, yung mas mahaba na 40 minutes or baka 10 to 15 minutes lang para mas concise siya and matapos niyo kaagad. Oo. So, bago tayo magsimula, i-share niyo muna sa inyong KKK, ang inyong kaibigan, kamag-anak, kapatid, kaaway, kaopisina, kachismisan, lahat ng K nyo. Oo, i-share niyo sa kanila kasi I'm sure if you've been listening to the podcast for quite some time now and nabago na ito ang inyong mindset around money. So, ito yung tanong ko, no? How often do you set financial goals only to feel overwhelmed or lose focus along the way? Hindi naman dahil kulang ka sa ambisyon. It's just that most goals fail because they're not built on a clear vision or a solid plan. Kaya sa episode natin today, we're diving into the strategies that can change that. Malalaman mo kung paano ba mag-create ng isang powerful vision for your ideal life, prioritize your goals based on where you are financially, and write financial goals using the smarter framework of goal setting. Kaya stick with me till the end dahil I'll give you yung frameworks and your tools that can help you change your financial dreams into reality. So, simulan na natin to, Kuya Jay. And ang first step to set financial goals that you can actually achieve is to have a vision. A strong vision acts as your why, providing you clarity and motivation to persist through challenges. And lagi ko sinasabi to, no, na yung financial why mo is your anchor. Ihilahin ka niya pabalik doon sa journey mo. Kasi ang wealth is built over time and not overnight, right? Pero before we dive into creating your vision, i-address muna natin yung common na mental block sa process na to. It's believing your dreams are impossible. Bago tayo mag-execute or mag-take action, meron tayong dinadaanan na mental journey that we need to go through. And success happens when you shift your thinking through these 4 steps. And yung first stage is the impossible stage. Dito sa stage na to, iniisip mo na yung goals mo or yung gusto mong ma-achieve sa buhay is totally unattainable. Kasi nga, never mo pa siyang na-achieve eh. And the reason why this happens is because ang unang question that we ask is yung question of how. And kaya nahihirapan kang mag-take action kasi nga hindi mo pa nga siya nagawa in the past eh. So, paano mo papaniwala yung sarili mo na kaya mo siyang gawin if hindi pa siya nangyari sa'yo ever? Kaya yung question na how creates doubts and limits your ability to believe in achieving it. So asking how is not a bad question. It's just a bad first question. Okay? And thinking something is impossible stops you from even trying. So, instead na magtanong ka of how can you achieve it, you only ask this question. What if? Paano kaya kung ma-achieve ko itong bagay na gusto kong ma-achieve? Kasi itong question na to, itong what if, helps you entertain the idea that the goal might be achievable and encourages you to think about the positive impacts it could have. Naalala mo yung episode ko about asking the right questions, right? Na meron ako doon na similar sa what if. Parang sa akin, ang version ko nito is, ano kaya yung feeling na ma-achieve ko tong X na bagay na ito? And when I asked that question, ang dami nang naglalaro sa isip ko na possibilities. And na-excite ako na mag-take action. So, once na nakalis ka na sa impossible stage, yung next na stage mo is possible stage. Dito, you start to believe that your goal could be achievable. And ang focus mo na is on visualizing your goal and connecting the benefits it could bring. So, yung next stage is yung possible stage. Ito na yung phase or yung stage na iniisip mo or naniniwala ka na kaya mong ma-achieve ang goals mo. And ang focus mo dito is yung pag-visualize ng goals mo and kinoconnect mo na siya sa benefits na kaya niyang ibigay sa'yo. Then yung next stage is yung probable stage. Dito, yung goal just not feel possible pero nararamdaman mo na achievable siya with effort and planning. So sa stage na to, ang question na pwede mong itanong is yung how might I or paano ko kaya ma-achieve yung goal na gusto kong ma-achieve. Kasi ulitin ko, when you ask the question how too early, it can overwhelm you and discourage you. Kaya dapat, dito pa lang yung stage na kailangan mo siyang malaman. And then, next and final stage is given. Ibig sabihin, you already operate as if achieving the goal is certainty. Kasi nga, ginagawa mo na yung steps, nagkakaroon ka ng momentum, and you are actively implementing your plans and see the results starting to materialize. So yung doubts mo ay nawawala na and your mind shifts to seeing the goal as inevitable. So in practice, parang ganito siya, Kung tinatry mo mag-build ng emergency fund, for example, 10,000 dirhams, ang una mo sigurong iisipin is, I cannot save 10,000 dirhams kasi hindi siya realistic. Never pa ako nakahawak ng 10,000 dirhams sa kamay ko or never pa ako nagkaroon 10,000 sa bank account ko. Totally impossible siya. Pero if you ask the question, what if I could save 10,000 dirhams by making small changes? Yan na, naka-move ka na sa possible stage. And then, once na nandun ka na sa probable stage, paano kaya ako makaka-save ng 10,000 dirhams by cutting unnecessary expenses? And dahil nga, ginagawa mo na yung mga steps na yun while you are in the probable stage, it becomes a given. Makakapag-save ka ng 10,000 dirhams. So siguro sa part na to ng episode, iniisip mo na yung mga possibilities na alam mong pwede mangyari sa buhay mo if you achieve your financial goals. Sige, i-create na natin yung vision mo so that we make those steps meaningful. And dito sa process na to, ang sinusundan ko is yung vision exercises from the book na 12-Week Year by Brian Moran and Michael Ellington. Ito actually yung system na fina-follow ko right now para mas mapabilis yung pag-achieve ko ng goals ko. And sabi nga nila doon, yung most powerful visions daw address and align your personal aspirations with your professional dreams. And yung first step nila to help you craft your vision is itong have, do, be exercise. So, ngayon, pwede mo i-post to and kumuha ka ng papel and hatiin mo siya sa tatlo. And tatlong columns na yun. Yung first column is have, second is do, and last is yung be. And by the way, when you're writing this, there's no limit, okay? Siguro nga, sky is the limit. Pero you really have to write down or think about yung mga biggest and grandest desires mo. Kasi when you're crafting your vision, it has to be emotionally inclined and emotionally attached sa'yo personally. Okay? So, dun sa have, i-write down mo yung mga bagay na gusto mong ma-acquire. Okay? From material possessions to non-material goals. Pwedeng a dream home, financial security, yung kotse na gusto mong i-drive, and deep connections or deep relationships with your family members. Next is yung do na part. Dito sa column na to, i-list mo yung mga experiences and achievements na gusto mong i-pursue. For example, gusto mong mag-travel sa Europe, mag-start ng business, and spend more time with your loved ones. Yan, dyan mo siya ilalagay. And then lastly is yung be. Dito, you will reflect on the person you aspire to become. Pwedeng you want to become confident, you want to be financially independent, you want to be more generous, you want to be healthy, and anything na gusto mong ma-achieve. So sa akin, ang nilagay ko dun sa have ko is magkaroon ng fully funded na emergency fund, magkaroon ng college fund, and flex fund. Mamaya I'll share with you ano ba yung flex fund na sinasabi ko dito. And gusto ko magkaroon ng financial freedom. Yun nandun sa have ko. Okay? Tapos, nilagay ko na rin na gusto ko magkaroon ng education platform na merong 1 million na subscribers. Tapos mga properties na pwede kong makuha ng rental income in the future, a healthy relationship with my wife, with my family, and everything else. Gusto ko rin magkaroon ng podcast studio na sobrang high-tech. And gusto ko rin magkaroon ng business na will operate in itself. And of course, yung global investments ko na nagra-run passively. And gusto ko rin magkaroon ng private na farm sa Pinas. Oh, dami kong gusto. And then dun naman, gusto kong gumawa ng mga financial literacy content for my entire life. Yun talaga. Yun lang yung gusto kong gawin. And gusto kong mag-coaching. Gusto kong makamit ng mga tao that really inspire me. And gusto ko lang mag-work for 4 hours a day, for 5 times a week. Yan. Yung mga iba-ibang mga gusto kong gawin. And gusto kong bigyan yung anak ko ng kanyang inheritance fund pagdating niya ng age of 30. Again, inspired by the Die With Zero na concept. And then dun sa B naman, I want to be the best father for my son, Cesar Miguel, and a consistent provider sa wife ko na si Marie Chris. Pinensyo ko talaga, no? Specific yung name ng wife and ng anak. And I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be a person of high integrity. Yan yung mga nilalagay ko dito sa listahan ko. And most importantly, I want to be financially free. So, yan yung example nung sa akin. So, sa'yo, pwede may post to and set ka ng timer for 10 to 20 minutes para i-brainstorm mo yung mga bagay na gusto mo talagang ma-achieve for your vision. Fill out mo tong exercise nito kasi ito yung foundation mo eh. Bago ka mag-craft ng goals, i-align mo dapat itong mga goals mo sa vision na talagang aligned para sa'yo. Hindi yung vision na ibang tao para sa'yo. Ha? Dun sa book ni Bronnie Ware's na Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. And yung number 1 regret ng mga taong mamamatay na, ang sabi nila doon is, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life of others expected of me. So, yan tanong pa lang na yan, yung line lang na yan, yung statement, yung sentence na yan, pag narinig mo yan, dami ng mga magpa-fire ng mga ideas sa'yo na, teka, ano ba yung mga bagay na gusto ko talaga ma-achieve? Ano ba yung mga have, be, do ko na things sa buhay ko? Ilista mo yan. Okay? Kasi kung meron ng book na nagsasabi na yun yung top 1 regret, then siguro we learn from the experiences of other people. And yan na yun. Yan na yung sign na yun. Yan na yung statement na yun that will motivate you to take action. Okay, so tapos mo na yung exercise na yan. The next one is to write your vision na. Nasa visioning pa rin tayo, no? Kasi again, dito mo lang talaga ma-achieve yung clarity. If you don't have a clear vision, then yung buhay mo will just feel like you're living life on autopilot. So once you've clarified what you want to have, what you want to do, and you want to be, it's time to turn those dreams into a cohesive vision. And para mangyari yun, we will write 2 types of visions. The first one is yung long-term vision wherein ini-envision mo ang sarili mo 10 or even 15 or 20 years from now. Example is you're owning your dream home, wala ka ng utang, and you're retiring early at the age of 45 or 50. And then next is yung 3-year vision wherein binibreakdown mo ngayon yung long-term vision mo into a stepping stone goals. So if kunyari ang 10-year vision mo is to become financially free, then your 3-year vision could be siguro save 50,000 dirhams sa iyong investments or pay off your mortgage by the time siguro by 2028 or so. I mean, those are just examples. Para masabi mo na you are progressing. Okay? Banggitin ko ulit yung vision ko, no? Again, this is based dun sa have, be, do exercise. Medyo mahaba to and ang ginagawa ko is every morning, part ng morning routine ko is to read itong long-term and 3-year vision ko. So, sana ma-inspire kayo. Ang haba. So, ang aking long-term vision is I live a life of financial freedom, purpose, and impact. My family is secure with fully funded savings, investments, and retirement income, allowing us to travel the world and creating lasting memories. I am a devoted husband and father, fostering a strong marriage and guiding Cesar Miguel with wisdom and love. Physically, I maintain peak health through disciplined habits, and spiritually, I live generously, supporting my church and financial literacy initiatives. I align with God's purpose, embodying integrity and humility. My financial education platform reaches over 1 million subscribers, and my podcast is the leading resource for personal finance, inspiring millions to achieve financial clarity. More Filipinos are now aware of the dangers of relying on financial salespeople and have the knowledge to handle their money and investments independently. As a trusted financial coach and educator, I transform lives globally, empowering expats and professionals to achieve financial freedom and clarity. I leave a legacy of financial empowerment, living intentionally, and making a meaningful impact on the world. Ang haba, no? Pero, itong vision na to kasi is not just financial. Lahat na to ng areas ng aking buhay. Physical, spiritual, relational. Ganyan ko siya kinraft. And then yung 3-year vision naman, separate siya into personal and professional/business. So, mahaba din siya. Pero I think you get the idea, right? So, bakit mahalaga na gawin mo to na ganito ka-specific? It's because a clear vision not only gives you direction but also builds momentum. Your mind begins to focus on achieving what you imagine and what is possible. Kaya, again, pagdating sa mga ganitong exercises, lalo na sa coaching, 1 hour mahigit ako sa first part, sa gaining clarity. Kasi nga, it's important for me to understand ano ba talaga yung gusto ng client ko and paano ko sila matutulungan. Dahil kahit gaano kaganda yung plano, kahit gaano ka-perfect, siguro walang perfect plan, pero there are better ways to optimize your finances. Kahit gaano siya ka-optimize, if hindi siya aligned on having a clear vision, if it doesn't even motivate my client or ako mismo, then hindi ko siya i-execute. Kaya napaka-importante na mag-set ka ng time, i-block mo yung calendar mo siguro this weekend para i-craft ang iyong vision. Huwag ka na, saka mo na gawin yung mga how, yung mga tactics. Ang first step mo is i-clarify mo muna kung ano ba talaga yung vision mo sa buhay mo. So actually, ito na yung buong episode eh. Ang haba na para lang sa vision alone. Okay. Now that clear na yung vision mo, the next step para makapag-set ka ng financial goals na talaga ma-achieve mo is to prioritize your goals based on your wealth stage. Okay? Not based on your age, although time and age can be a factor, pero may iba-iba kasing tao na pagka-graduate pa lang or meron talagang biniyayaan na mas merong advantage sa buhay, mas privileged sila to be in a certain financial position. So, iba yung kanilang approach. Meron naman na 40 na, lubog pa rin sa utang kasi nga hindi nila alam kung nasa na ba talaga sila. So, the first stage is yung awareness stage. Sa part na to, you are building a baseline by tracking your expenses and calculating your net worth. Inaalam mo pa kung ano ba talaga yung sitwasyon mo ngayon, nasan ka ba financially, di ba? Kasi ang net worth mo yung starting point mo, and ito yung very important, tuloy sinabi ko sa previous episode na ang net worth ang basic pero important key metric that you have to track para malaman mo if you are progressing in life. Okay? Or your finances na lang. Sa stage na to, inaalam mo kung ano ba yung mga financial habits na hindi na nakakatulong sa'yo and kailangan mo nang i-eliminate. And inaalam mo na rin kung nasan ba yung mga financial leaks ko. 'Di ba? Ano yung mga tendencies ko na saan ako nag-overspend, na mga bagay na hindi ko na talaga kailangan, mga subscriptions na hindi ko naman ginagamit, and dito mo na iniisip kung saan pa talaga napupunta yung pera mo. And nire-redirect mo na siya slowly to your savings. Okay? So, once natapos ka na sa awareness stage, and I think if you're listening to this for the first time, then probably you are in the awareness stage, right? So, the next stage is yung foundation stage. Dito, sa stage na to, you are focusing on building stability. Like creating yung 1 month mo na emergency fund or paying off yung high interest debts mo. So, think of this as your safety net para makapag-prepare sa mga emergency sa buhay. Tulad ng pagkawala ng trabaho, sakit, or any other emergencies. And important dito sa part na to na kumuha ka na rin ng insurance for anything na hindi mo in-expect na pwede mangyari. Okay? Next is yung momentum stage. Ito na yung part na you're growing your wealth through regular investments or increasing your income streams. So, nakabuild ka na ng 3 to 6 months na emergency fund, and you are already focusing your assets, focusing your money towards long-term investments and kung meron ka pang mga short-term goals na kailangan mo pang lagyan ng funding. Okay? And kaya nga you are building your momentum here. Once natapos ka na sa stage na to, nandun ka na ngayon sa flexibility stage. It's a stage wherein you are creating financial options tulad ng tinatawag ko na flex fund. Yung flex means, parang double meaning siya, no? Flex na pwede kang magyabang para kung ayaw mo na sa trabaho mo, ayaw mo na magtrabaho para sa boss mo, then madaling mag-resign para sa'yo kasi nga meron ka naman pera na enough siguro for 6 months at least or 1 year na separate sa iyong emergency fund, short-term goals, and retirement goals o kung ano mga long-term goals mo. Talagang pera lang to para mag-flex. Para maging flexible sa buhay. Okay? So, kung gusto mong mag-travel muna for the next 3 months, pwede mo sabihin sa boss mo na huwag mo muna akong sweldohan for 3 months. Okay? Gusto ko muna makaalis sa stress na dinudulot ang trabaho na to sa akin. Pwede ko bang gawin yon? Then, you negotiate. Kasi nga, may pera ka naman eh. Okay? Yan yung purpose ng flexibility stage. Now, natapos ka na sa flexibility stage, yung last and final stage is yung freedom stage. Ito na yung time na you have already achieved financial independence and optional na lang talaga sa'yo yung magtrabaho. Kumbaga, you're already living of interests ng iyong investments. And you are totally financially free, which is the ultimate goal for everyone. So, itong mga stages na to are ways on how you can think of paano mo ngayon ipaprioritize yung mga goals mo based dun sa vision mo. Kasi siguro sa vision mo, di ba, meron kang mga long term, meron kang short term, or meron kang 3-year na vision, and iisa-isain mo na ngayon yun kasi ililista mo siya eh. Right? So, pwedeng part mo ng yung short term goal is makaalis sa utang, then most definitely nandun ka pa sa awareness stage. Or pwedeng kung aware ka na sa yung financial situation, then most likely nandun ka pa sa foundational stage. Kasi tinatry mo pang bayaran lahat ng consumer debts mo eh. Yung mga usual nang tatanong sa akin, pwede kong isabay yung saving and investments? Or pwede ko ba isabay habang nagbabayad pa ako ng utang? The answer is always yes. Yeah, pwede mo naman talagang isabay eh. Ang challenge lang doon is yung focus mo. Pagka lahat ginagawa mo ng sabay-sabay, nagiging depleted yung attention mo and hindi ka makapag all in. Kaya I usually suggest na kapag nandun ka pa sa awareness and foundation stage, give yourself 2 years. Kasi again, it takes time to build that habit. Yung nakasanayan mo nung bata ka pa lang, diba? Imagine mo, 30 years old ka, and ngayon, parang ito ako mismo eh. 30 years old na ako nung na-realize ko na kailangan ko ayusin yung finances ko. And it took me 2 years para makaalis dun sa mindset na kailangan ko bumili ng sapatos para ma-feel na I'm worthy of the things na in-earn ko, and yung mga habits ko sa finances na na-instill sa akin ng parents ko, yung mindset ko around how I should spend, kailangan ko siyang baguhin. Kaya sa awareness and foundation stage, usually it really takes 2 years. Pero give yourself that time and the rest of your life. Let's say 20 so 32, okay na, built na yung foundation ko at least, di ba? Then, for the next 30 years, I'm already building wealth. Ganun lang siya. Kasi ang problema is, paano kung nandun ka sa foundation stage, tapos, teka, tagal naman, punta na ako ngayon sa momentum, gusto ko ngayon mag-invest, gusto ko ngayon mag-travel, gusto ko nang gawin yan, kasi hindi ko naman alam kung anong pwede mangyari sa akin in the future, di ba? Okay, fine. Pero, pag may utang ka pa, tapos wala ka pa rin insurance, kunyari, tapos nagka-emergency ka, kasakit ka, di mag-backside ka naman, pabalik ka ng foundation stage. Nangyari din sa akin yan, kasi nga pasaway ako eh. So, kung i-follow mo lang tong step-by-step process na to, then most likely, mas magkakaroon ka ng progress sa buhay mo. Trust me, kasi I've done this the wrong way. Kaya nga, sinishare ko to sa podcast eh. Kaya it really takes time. So, kung nandun ka sa foundation stage, pero gusto mong mag-invest, then probably paunti-unti lang para maintindihan mo paano ba talaga gumagana yung investing. And until na mabayaran mo lahat ng utang mo, then that's the time na i-pump mo agad lahat. Kung hindi ka pa tapos sa emergency fund, ilagay mo lahat doon. And then once tapos sa emergency fund, then other allocations mo will be dun sa iyong income. And of course, kung sa tingin mo na tight talaga yung budget mo, yung salary mo is hindi talaga enough para ma-fulfill ang lahat ng iyong financial goals, then definitely part of your goals is to increase your income. Okay? Hindi ka pwedeng malimit ng iyong income. And you really have to explore. Kaya nga, di ba, lalampas ka dun sa stages na sinasabi ko kanina, yung parang yung mental journey mo para makagawa ka ng mga ways, mga creative ways so you can make more money. Trust me kasi kahit mag-scrub ng sahig, magbenta ng kung ano mga pabango nun, mga supplements, ginawa ko yan para makaipon. Kasi nga, inisip ko kung ano ba talaga yung posibleng mangyari sa buhay ko if I reach my financial goals. And malayo pa tayo sa goals na gusto natin ma-achieve, pero looking back, malayo-layo na rin narating ko sa buhay, and I'm thankful for that. Okay, dami ko na naman sinabi. Wala pa, hindi pa tapos ang episode. And so okay, once na-prioritize mo ng goals mo, then it's time for you to write it strategically. Okay, and very popular yung SMART framework. Pero if you've been a listener ng podcast ko for a long time now, then meron akong smarter framework. Okay, inano lang siya, parang mas ginawang mas effective. So, it works like this. Yung S is of course yung specific. You have to be clear kung ano ba gusto mong ma-achieve. Kunyari, I want to save 10,000 dirhams for an emergency fund. That's a specific goal na gusto mong ma-achieve in the next probably coming months. And then measurable is paano mo itatrack yung progress mo. And kung gusto mo siyang magawa, let's say you are saving let's say 1,000 dirhams a month if you want to finish building an emergency fund for 10 months. And then next is yung A, achievable. Make sure na it is realistic. And para masabi mo na realistic siya and achievable siya, it has to follow itong Goldilocks rule. Goldilocks rule means it's not too hot, it's not too cold, kailangan katamtaman lang. And we talk about yung sa personal finance or any goal at least, hindi siya sobrang hirap and hindi rin siya sobrang dali. Kasi kung sobrang hirap niya, iisipin mo talaga imposible. So hindi mo na siya gagawin, 'di ba? Pero kung sobrang dali niya, isipin mo naman napaka-boring. And pag boring yung isang bagay, hindi mo rin siya gagawin. So dapat at least kahit paano, it should challenge you. Kung sinusweldo mo is 10,000 dirhams a month, tapos gusto mo maging milyonaryo in the next 10 months, hindi talaga siya posible, right? Unless manalo ka sa lotto, which is I do not recommend. Very rare na mangyari yun. Okay? So, make it realistic. And i-challenge mo siguro sarili mo na kung dati nagsisave ka lang ng 1,000 every month, why not start saving 1,500? Diba? Again, slowly but surely. And then, from there, you will find creative ways to grow your savings. Trust me, kasi ganyan din nangyari sa akin nun. Parang nung nag-start na ako mag-invest sa stock market, parang, okay, try ko muna mag-save ng, parang katumbas ito is 5,000 pesos. Okay, kaya ko na pala ng 5,000 pesos consistently, 6, 7, ang gandang hanggang sa lumaki yung nai-invest ko. Pero you have to start at something na will stretch you, okay? Para maging achievable siya. Next is relevant. Kailangan, related ito dun sa vision mo, okay? Kasi kung hindi siya relevant, then bakit mo siya gagawin? Hindi siya magiging meaningful sa'yo. And the next is yung time-bound. Meron ka palaging deadline, like, kailan ba? Anong specific date na gusto mong ma-achieve itong goal na to? And lastly, or last two, yung ER, which is yung dinagdag dito, kaya siya naging smarter. It has to be evaluated, okay? I-evaluate mo siya every end of the month, pwedeng every week. Ako, every week ko nang chine-check yung mga goals ko. And lastly is rewarded. Kunyari, pag na-hit ko itong savings target ko na 3,000 dirhams, I'll treat myself with a nice dinner. Bibili ako ng special shawarma, di ba? Hindi yung mga chipanggang shawarma lang dyan sa Alriga, kunyari, pero masarap, okay? Masarap. Ganun yun. Meron dyan sa may Union Metro Station, may masarap na shawarmahan dyan, guys. Panalo doon. Okay, so ang dami ko naman sinabi sa episode to. Ewan ko bakit, pero sobrang passionate ko sa pagdating sa goal setting and lalo sa personal finance talaga. And gusto ko lang i-recap yung mga na-discuss ko. If you want to set financial goals na you will definitely achieve, you need to have a vision. And bago mo i-craft yung vision mo, dadaan ka muna dun sa mental journey of impossible, wherein iniisip mo na hindi mo talaga alam paano mo siya ma-achieve. Pero you'll only get there by asking the question, what if? And then it becomes possible. You get curious. You ask yourself how. Then your vision becomes a probable. You start doing things na pwedeng mag-lead into actually achieving your goal, which ultimately becomes a given. Ayan. And then, once na you've already believed na kaya mo na siyang ma-achieve, then you do yung have, do, be exercise. when you're crafting your vision, yung mga bagay na gusto mong ma-acquire, magawa, and anong klase yun na tao ka or the kind of person that you will become once na ma-achieve mo yung goals mo. And then you write your long-term and your 3-year vision. Once na nagawa mo na siya, you prioritize it based on your wealth stage. So yung wealth stage na binanggit ko is yung awareness, foundation, momentum, flexibility, and freedom. And lastly is pag alam mo na kung ano yung pa-prioritize mo, you write your goals using the SMARTER framework. And ang ating Bible verse for this episode is from Proverbs 29 verse 18. Ang sabi lang doon is, where there is no vision, people perish. Grabe, di ba? Napaka-iksi, pero very, very meaningful sa ating situation. I mean, kaya nga nagbabad ako ng sobrang tagal about vision kasi yun talaga yung magiging foundation mo. And again, sasabihin ko ulit na ambang nasa journey ka ng pagbibuild ng wealth, tatama rin ka talaga, madidistract ka, and may tendency na ma-FOMO ka, mainggit ka sa ibang tao who are probably you think na better than you yung situation mo. Pero if your vision is clear, you will stick to your plan. Or you may pivot, pero you will still do the things na aligned sa iyong vision. Hindi ka mainggit sa ibang tao, trust me. And your definition of success is yours and yours alone. And you'll be happy sa iyong journey towards financial freedom. So yon, and that wraps our episode for today. But before I let you go, I hope you can listen to the episodes of Pera and Purpose Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and also on YouTube. Okay? Nag-ano na tayo sa YouTube. Sana magkaroon ng traction itong YouTube natin. And if you wanna have a coaching session with KJ, message nyo lang ako and ilalagay ko yung link dyan sa baba na rin. If you want to have a free clarity call with me, nandyan yun sa description section ng episode na to. Again, ito si KJ, telling you to prosper with a purpose. See you sa next episode. Bye-bye!